We have reached the end of the series. If you've made it this far, you've got the basics covered. Well done. You're now ready to learn about some of the lesser known types of aliens, ones that don't have as many sightings or reports as the Greys or Nordics. Welcome to Easy Aliens, a series where I've searched the internet for reports from governments, militaries, and civilians of extraterrestrial encounters and gathered information on their apparent biology, culture, and technology in the effort to create short, easy videos that summarize entire species. I do this so that, in the event of contact, you may have some idea about just what the heck is going on out there. Let's begin. To start us off, let's take a look at a species you're likely to have already heard of. Mothman is a well-known cryptid, first sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, back in the 1960s, that has spawned a variety of books, TV shows, and movies over the years. It is said to stand anywhere between 7 to 9 foot tall, on 2 legs, allowing it to stare down at you with its large, bright eyes. These eyes are usually red, but oranges and greens have also been reported. Its skin is black and leathery, allowing it to blend in with the night sky. If Mothman determines that you are a potential threat, it is apparently capable of stretching out a set of membranous wings from its back and taking flight. Some reports claim that Mothman's presence in an area before an accident or disaster has happened indicate that it has some knowledge of future events, or is perhaps the cause of the disaster somehow. There is little evidence to support this, however, as most sightings of Mothman are uneventful. Some of you may think that's it. Mothman was just one of those strange cryptids that only seemed to exist in one place for a short time and was never seen again. Well, you'll be glad to know that's not the case. In the last 3 years, nearly 100 different sightings of Mothman have been reported from all around the Chicago area, with some even coming from police and security officers. It's one of these reports that hint Mothman may be of extraterrestrial origin, rather than some hidden species native to Earth. It says that, minutes after seeing Mothman fly over them, people witnessed a bright green object moving across the sky. This raises an interesting question. If Mothman really is an alien species, is that their true form? Or could they be another species, wearing some kind of advanced wingsuit that blurs the line between biology and technology? Another species you may already be aware of are the Hopkinsville Goblins. It's claimed that one night, way back in 1955, a family living near Hopkinsville, Kentucky, came under attack by these strange, small beings. They were said to be 4 foot tall and roughly humanoid, though with extremely long arms and large heads. Their glowing skin was metallic silver, and their eyes were large and yellow. Their facial features varied, with some having noses and others not, but they all had massive ears. The family claims that the goblins were very acrobatic, able to flip about and hang from trees, but could also defy gravity and float for short periods of time while jumping. The men of the family opened fire with their guns, but bullets didn't seem to bother the goblins. Strangely, they claimed to have heard noises that sounded similar to bullets being rattled inside a metal drum when shooting the goblins, as if they were metal, hollow constructs of some kind. It has probably occurred to you already that these tricksters may be related to the fairy tales of goblins, imps, and pixies causing mischief over the centuries. Perhaps the fairy folk were simply aliens, misidentified by medieval humans. Keep that in mind as we move into our next species, space gnomes. That's pretty much the only name we have for them, unless you go by Imjavi, the area in Finland where one famous sighting occurred. 2 skiers claimed to have encountered a small humanoid alien that resembled a gnome or elf. It was between 3 to 4 foot in height and wore a pointed metallic hat similar to the red hats worn by garden gnomes. Its face was wrinkled and it had a large hooked nose. In its hands was a box-like device with a lens. It seemed to scan them for a moment with this device before disappearing back into its spaceship. One of the skiers described a numbness in his leg and a coffee-like quality to his urine the next day that suggests radiation may have been involved. If these reports are true, it means that gnomes, goblins, and other fairy folk are really alien visitors. We're willing to go further, however, and claim that they aren't just visitors, they're tourists. It's well established in folklore that fairies like to steal things or have offerings left for them. They're tourists, taking souvenirs and, if these gnomes are to be believed, photographs. Maybe there's an alien social media platform in some distant galaxy where a picture of two shocked human skiers went viral. They could be watching this video right now, laughing about how little we truly know about them. If you've ever explored the more spiritual parts of the internet, you may have come across the name Lyrans. Hundreds of people from all over the world claim to be something called a Lyran starseed. These starseeds are the shells for reincarnated Lyrans, aliens from another universe or higher dimension, who have ascended beyond the need for a physical body in their home universe. They explore different universes as beings of light and energy, but can shapeshift or possess bodies to communicate with other forms of intelligent life, to share peace, love, and knowledge. Though they no longer have a true form, it is claimed that their original forms resembled what we would consider a cat person. Though these claims should be taken with a grain of salt, as no one has ever made a police report claiming to have seen a Lyran, it should be noted that cat-faced gods are nothing new in human mythology. To finish off, let's take a look at this thing. The only name we have for it is the name of the river they were sighted over. While fishing at Pascagoula River, Mississippi, some men were apparently abducted into a spaceship by these strange creatures. The men described the creatures as 5 foot tall, with long arms that ended in crab-like pincers. They had no eyes, but had 2 pointed ears and a pointed nose, and a slit for a mouth. Their skin was pale grey and was textured like the skin of an elephant. Their appearance, along with the mechanical-looking movements they made, gave the men the impression they may have been some kind of alien robot, but they weren't sure. There was another species I was going to show you. They are apparently called the Conformers, and were a species made of rocks connected by a gelatinous substance. There were reports online that they were an extremely aggressive, religious species that had been in contact with the US government in the past. But, well, strangely enough, all the old links are broken, and the pages are gone. It's almost as if someone scrubbed most mentions of their existence from the internet, in hopes of hiding them forever. I'll provide a link to some videos that go more into these. Did you enjoy the video? Let me know by leaving a like. If you want to catch the next video, make sure to subscribe. What do you think? Is Mothman real? Are gnomes and goblins just alien tourists? Have you ever had a sighting of your own? Leave a comment to let me know, and be sure to share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.